Let's show the world. This little guy. I really love movies. I love sitting down watching movies and learning everything about movies. I've really gotten into this brand of Blu-rays called Criterion, and if you buy them off their websites or Barnes & Noble, they're like 40 bucks. Don't do that. Always go on Amazon, you can get them for like 15, which is still, you know, kind of a lot because you can stream and download anything, but these put it in the best quality like a movie can be in, and it also cuts out all the bullshit. You put in the Blu-ray, no ads or anything, it just goes straight to it, and the amount of extra features some of these come with are insane. You get like, so like for instance I have, let's put this here, it's a Mad World, which is already like a 3-hour movie, so that's like an extra in one of them, which is ridiculous. And for some of them, like, you just get in-depth documentaries. You get like 8 documentaries in some, and they're all like an hour each. It's ridiculous. Everyone has to see Star Wars. It's like one of those things that everyone has to see. Even if like you don't like the story, or if it's like not, some of them aren't filmed well. It's such an icon in today's world. You have to watch Star Wars.
What about the new movies?
Like the new trilogy?
Yeah.
The first one wasn't that bad, of the new trilogy. Last Jedi I didn't really care for that much, and I've avoided watching all trailers for the Rise of Skywalker. I just know Palpatine's supposed to be in it, so that's a leg up because the best character in all of Star Wars. Where's Sheev? Same actor in the 80s? What? Are you kidding me? It's beautiful. Beautiful movie. I love this movie. Alright, so we got some Xbox games. Not too much, little Wii U games, but this is where I kind of keep all the TV shows. SNL Best of Chris Farley, and then I have the Mike Myers ones, like Black Sails, Batman animated series from the 90s. So basically Adult Swim, when they first got their start, like most people know Adult Swim for like Robot Chicken, Aqua Teen Hunger Force and stuff like that, and especially now Rick and Morty. But back when they started, they took old 60s cartoons and just dubbed over them. So this is like some old C-Labs show, like where they have like an underwater base and it's like research, but they just made it so everything goes wrong, and they dub over all their voices. Harvey Birdman is, they take old Hanna-Barbera like characters, and then Harvey Birdman's an attorney, so he's their attorney. So when like one episode has Scooby-Doo, and Scooby and Shaggy get caught for marijuana, and they're basically like alluding to the fact that they don't smoke, but he's just like, "Sir, you're obviously high." He's like, "No, I don't know, we're just on an adventure right now. We're solving a mystery." It has one of my favorite jokes ever, where it pans into his office, and he has this like bunch of case files, and he goes like, "So many cases." And he looks over and there's a bunch of like vases. He's like, "So many vases." Vases? I don't know. I don't know. That one kills me every time. My secret addiction. I love manga, but not like, I'm still shonen phase. So basically I grew up with like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto and stuff like that, and I really got into it and I started reading all the manga, and I kind of branched off a little from there. But what I have here is, start at the top, I got the first 3 parts of Pokemon Adventures. So 1 through 3 are basically just red and blue version, the manga, and it's pretty gruesome compared to the games. Like, Arbok gets cut in fucking half. They kill a Pokemon and cut it in half. It's brutal. And then the 4 through 7 kind of branch off and do their own story thing. It's kind of like a yellow version, but not. It's alright. Gold and Silver are my favorite Pokemon games, so I had to get this because I'm like, I want to know what, like, you know, the manga goes off. And then I started really liking this, so I decided to get the 3rd set. I'm starting to read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I know the anime and it's part 3 in the manga is where everyone loves, but I don't want to just start on part 3. I want to start from the beginning. I've heard that the part 1's not that good. I'm really liking it. I haven't finished it yet. I'm on volume 3. I just have to read that. Hunter x Hunter is really good. It's really good. Especially, like, I got hooked instantly. I usually don't get hooked with manga, like, instantly. I have to read, like, a few volumes, but I was hooked. And right now, I just got up to the Phantom Trope is, like, launching attack on Yorknew. I have to finish it. I gotta find to get more volumes, because I have to finish it. The Dragon Ball Super manga is alright. Like, the first 2 volumes are just a rehash of the Battle of God movie and Resurrection F. And even after that, it's really not that different from the anime, and the anime just does it better than this manga. The Toyo Toro, I think that's how you pronounce it, isn't the best drawer. Like, it doesn't look exactly like Dragon Ball Z manga, so I would say watch the anime before reading the manga. Like, it does some aspects better, but I would avoid it. And then what I have here is Full Metal Alchemist. This is my favorite manga. There's 27 of this one. So, in the grand scheme of things, for like shonen manga kind of, this isn't that much. Full Metal Alchemist is amazing. Everyone should read it. I haven't watched the original Full Metal Alchemist because I know they deviate from this manga at some point, so I gotta watch it. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood follows this directly, so if you're don't want to read, watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood at least. Naruto I think is really good. It got me into manga. My first manga volume I ever bought was Naruto 4 because it had Zabuza on it. But a trick with Naruto manga, so like volume 43 is Itachi versus Sasuke, and like you would think that because it's on them, but it's like the last fourth of the battle. 42, the one with Jiraiya and Naruto on it, has the bulk of their battle on it. So I made that mistake with volume 4 because Zabuza was on it, and I loved watching as a kid Zabuza versus Kakashi and all of them at the beginning. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna be on this one, like when they're on the Great Naruto Bridge, but it wasn't. Volume 4 was literally the tail end, and there was like no battle at all, like in it at all. And I was just like, ah, shit. So like this is 42. This one is the end of the, granted, end of the fight too. The Jiraiya's on it, but it's the end of the fight between Jiraiya and Pain. Like you really gotta watch or read 41 to get like the full effect. But this one's, you know, a sad one. End of Jiraiya. Spoilers. And then one of the best fights in Naruto, the Itachi versus Sasuke, but I think everyone will probably say, pretty cliche, but it's so good. It was like a bookstore that went out of business, and they were having like a sale, and they had the whole box set of the first 6, or like the 6 volumes of Scott Pilgrim, and I picked that up, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. So which is why I found these, which are all the color versions. So they have all the colored editions, but then they have the evil editions, which have all the ex-boyfriends on it. And this one came with so much bonus shit, but it was so much more money than the rest of these. But I'm like, you know what? It's my favorite volume of my favorite book series. I have to get it. And I did it. And I can't find any of those like collectible things that came with it anymore. It fucking came with like a guitar keychain kind of thing. No idea where it is. Fucked up. But at least I got the cool edition. So Naruto got me in the manga. That's where my cousin's recommendation was, and I started watching the anime first of it with my friend Nick, and we were into it, and I saw there was a book of it, and I'm like, I kinda wanna read the book. So I got volume 4 because it had Zabuza on it, because I wanted to see that fight. You're supposed to read it like Japanese style, right to left. I read it left to right, and I was confused the whole time. I thought that was how the story went, and then when I went back and reread it, I'm like, I'm an idiot. Because the end of it is at the beginning of the Chunin, Chunin selection arc, and it made no sense narrative-wise. But I have Naruto. 43 probably is my favorite, because Itachi's my favorite character. But 51, the one where Sasuke fights Danzo's up there for me. And then, I forget the volume number, but it's the Itachi and Sasuke versus Kabuto fight. Those are my favorite, because I feel like it's a good blend. Sasuke's kind of an annoying character. I don't really like him that much, especially in Shippuden. But Itachi's my favorite, and Naruto, it was super cool at first because it was like actual like tactician fights. But every fight with like Itachi and Sasuke and stuff like that kept a mixture of both, where it was a mixture of them using their overpowered Aijutsu, but in like a tactitional way, and they're like using like their shuriken and stuff. And that, I think, is amplified the most probably in this fight. Second would be the Kabuto versus Sage Mode Kabuto versus Sasuke and Itachi. I feel like there's a lot of people my age that started with Naruto if they like manga, because it's just one of those staples. Like, there's one video I saw where the guy was talking about the end of Naruto when it came out in 2014. I kind of fell out with it. Like I read it each week when they were releasing chapters, but I kind of fell out with it, and I wasn't really enjoying that much. But I'm like, you know what, Naruto got me into it. I feel like I just have to know how the story ends. I'm gonna follow it through the end. So I would say Naruto is a good starting point. Maybe the best and easiest is Dragon Ball Z, because everyone knows what Dragon Ball Z is. It's so integrated in everyone's like, you know, mainstream culture. And Dragon Ball Z it's easier to get into, especially if you just do Z and you ignore Dragon Ball, which I think you shouldn't, because Dragon Balls are really good. But Dragon Balls, like Naruto for instance, if you read the entire series, it's 72 volumes. So it's, or it's 70 volumes. Oh shit, Bleach might be 72. I think Bleach is 72, and then Naruto's 70. No, Naruto's 72, it ends at chapter 700, that's what it is. But it's a fucking lot. 700 chapters is a lot. Dragon Ball Z is only 26 volumes, and a lot of people know the story already, so it's kind of easier to read. So I would start with Dragon Ball Z. So that led me to branch out more, and I think my favorite one has to be Full Metal Alchemist. And I was really loving it from volumes 1 to 6, but 7's what really got me. It's when, so Ed is captured by greed, and then fucking King Bradley comes in, and you find out why he's the king. He just obliterates this whole organization. He's just like, oh, you're all dead, I'm the best. And after reading that, I'm like, I'm hooked. It's simple. It's simple, just seeing like one overpowered guy, but I was just hooked after that. And then reading it, the story gets so much better, the characters get better. This one you can tell that Arakawa knows what she wanted to do with the characters and like when she wanted to end it. Kind of like with Breaking Bad. Like most TV shows too, like Game of Thrones especially, like they don't really know what to do with the characters and like the story, so they just kind of end it, and it kind of sucks and everyone hates it. Breaking Bad, like Vince Gilligan knew he wanted to be this long, and he knew how it was going to end, and he knew how he was going to get to that ending. And even when the executives were like, we want more, he's like, no, Breaking Bad's going to end. If you want more, you can have Better Call Saul, you can have El Camino, but this is how Breaking Bad ends. So that's why people remember it fondly, because the person creating the story knew when to end it, and that's what Full Metal Alchemist is. It's 27 volumes, and it's worth reading all of it. It's so good. There's 72 volumes, I believe, of Naruto. I own all of them. I also own all of Bleach, which is around 72 or 74 volumes. All of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, which is, I think, 42? Almost all of One Piece. So that's around 87, 89 volumes, I think. Volume 1 of Shaman King. I have Volume 1 of One Punch Man. So what, Naruto plus Bleach together is 146 volumes, and then add One Piece on that, that's like 80, 90, so 230 that would be, plus Full Metal Alchemist, that's another 26, plus the Pokemon Adventures, which are up to like 20, I think. I have Hunter x Hunter, which is, I have 11 of, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I have 3 volumes. Or like compendiums, whatever they are. And yeah, I think I also found a Kingdom Hearts manga. It kind of sucks, but I own it. So that's like 3 volumes of Kingdom Hearts manga. Hey, it's a collection since I was 7, so it's had time to grow. Well, this has been kind of rambling and long, but that's because of all the friends I have, the only ones I really read manga are my 2 cousins and my old boss. But that's about it. And I guess that's my 2 cents. I have a lot of knowledge kind of like on these series of books, and I kind of like talking to them people. And this has been a good outlet, I feel like, to finally, I don't know what, 14 years of just pent up in my thoughts thinking about manga, just letting it rip just a tiny bit, but all I need. And a swig, I'm out. So let's get more. This is a little Tom thing. I'm a bourbon guy, kind of scotch now too, but whiskey. I like it brown, not white. Now, this is how you pour a Woodford Reserve and how you're supposed to drink it. You do a quick little pour like that, a little taste, and you look at it. It's like, look good for a taste, and then you just swig it. There's a whole bottle. Oh god, it's old. That's been there since like I moved in here, so that's over a year and a half old. It's finally done. Oh my god, I can get rid of this bottle on my thing. Woo!